was the first pattern I taught in the first video. 4/4 time, thumb I-M Ma, thumb I-M Ma. And then the second pattern was in 3/4 time, and it was thumb and the three fingers together, as in this fashion. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And then we did 6/8 time, which is thumb I-M R M I, thumb I-M R M I. Most of the finger picking that I do is based on one of those patterns. However, after playing those simple patterns for a long while, accompaniments were somewhat boring, really. So you learn how to embellish that. One way to do so is to try and include in the accompaniment the notes that go with the tune of the song. I can't read music, so I have to find where those notes are. Now, to do that without knowing where they are is obviously quite difficult if you don't read music and you don't know where they are on the guitar. And I'm afraid I don't. However, I can find them by using a set of chord shapes. So if I play in the key of C, where I use C, F and G7, or G and C again, I can find the actual notes of the song because they are in one of those chord shapes. Let me give you an example. If I'm going to play Kumbaya, then the notes of Kumbaya, the tune, follow this pattern. Watch my left hand when it changes and note that I play most of this just with my thumb and first finger on my right hand. I've still got my middle and ring fingers resting on their respective strings, but I'm not playing them yet. So the tune of Kumbaya starts on the 5th string, so I was able to pick out the tune just simply using the chord shapes where it needed to change to find the notes. Using that knowledge then, I can play the tune, but then by adding in the middle and ring fingers of my right hand, I can fill in the gaps. So instead of getting the basic tune, which I will play first, then you'll hear the difference when I start to use the middle and index fingers as well. So here's the tune. if you're listening carefully, you might have heard something else happening in there as well. At a certain point, when it came to the end of the verse, where we go, "Oh Lord, Kumbaya," on the Lord, you might have just heard this. Now, if you listen carefully, I'll play those 3 notes there. Yes, that's only 3 notes I played. It sounded like 4. But the 4th sound came because when I plucked that string, the 4th string, I plucked it with my fingers off so that it was open. But immediately after plucking it, I pulled down my 3rd finger onto the 4th string in that fashion. Now that's called hammering on. So you get that double sound. So now the tune sounds like this. Occasionally, instead of playing G7, I will change it to playing G. But instead of holding G down in the more traditional fashion of 1st, 2nd and 3rd fingers, I hold it down with my 2nd, 3rd and 4th fingers, leaving my 1st finger free, and it hovers over the 2nd string and occasionally hammers down on that string as I'm playing the chord. In that fashion. So now see if you can spot that this time. Not yet. Now this verse. Here we come. Well, I hope you were able to follow that. When I add the annotations, I hope I shall make it a bit easier to follow what I was doing. And that will do for today. Thank you.